I'm starting the series I call Three Things. It's a series about three things to own, three things to do, or three things to change. Why only three? Three is a simple number, but it's not meaningless. It's manageable, but it can have a large effect. Three is the right number for just about everything. I'm lucky. I grew up with a garage full of tools that I could do just about anything I wanted to do with them. I built a fort with my friends, helped my brother build a half pipe in the backyard, ripped apart more broken toys than you'd think possible. So I'm not a stranger to using hand tools. I was rather surprised to find that there were able-bodied people that made it to their 30s that never owned a single hand tool. You made it to your 30s without ever needing a tool, you've either lived a very charmed life or a very boring one. If you're just starting out on your own and putting together your own toolbox, and you have a limited amount of money to spend, there are three items you should make sure you get first, because you can do a lot with them. The most you might have to spend on any one item is about $40, and it's worth shopping around to find a decent price and skipping the brand-named items. I picked these three tools because you can use them in ways that they're not intended for, and they'll allow you to deal with a problem in a pinch. These are emergency tools. For the odd moments where you need to deal with something right now, they will help you get by. But they're not the best tool for every job. For example, if you're putting up crown molding, you'll want a powered miter saw and an 18-gauge nail gun, because they allow you to work faster and have better looking results when you're done. The first item on my list is a hacksaw and maybe some extra blades. Whether you're repairing something or fixing something, you will need to be able to cut. Hacksaw is meant to cut steel, and it will cut a lot of softer materials as well, like copper, wood, and PVC. It can also be used as a makeshift file or rasp, tools that are used for rough shaping. For example, you need to file the corner of a door a bit so it stops catching on the carpet. It's worth hanging onto the worn out blades because the thin steel can be used as a shim, bent into retention springs, or used as splints to reinforce something. It's handy for cutting up large items you need to throw in the trash, or maybe cut up a whole pallet so you can build a bookshelf or a coffee table, because that seems to be a thing. Or more likely cutting a 2x4 to reinforce a door or a window after someone broke in. It's one of those tools you don't really know you need until it's obvious you need it. The second item on my list is a framing hammer, or better known as a claw hammer. It's the most basic of basic tools. The obvious use is to drive nails, which is pretty handy if you're going to hang wall decorations that aren't unframed posters. I recommend finding one with a longer handle. The longer handle means you need less arm movement to drive a nail. It's also easier to hit a nail if you're just doing a basic tapping motion. It also makes it easier to remove nails or to pry things open. That extra leverage really does come in handy. Now, I've used a claw hammer for some basic blacksmithing and to split firewood, but only because a hammer was the only tool I had at the moment. But it's also handy if you need to drive nails into a board to cover a broken window or door, because they'll break it. It's also handy if you're, again, building a shelf or a coffee table out of a pallet, which I still don't get. What else is there to say? It's a hammer. You hit things with it or you pry with it. But it is a handy thing to have when you need it. The third item is a large set of channel locks. And channel locks are long-handled adjustable pliers, and I've used them for just about everything. Plumbing, automotive repair, a couple of times when I can't find oven mitts. The reason I want an extra large set is for added leverage. It's easier to grip things, it's easier to turn things. And being adjustable, you can get away without having a set of wrenches for a while because you can turn most nuts and bolts. And I've used mine for just about everything. I've used them kind of like a bench clamp. Keep something still while I'm cutting or sanding. I've used them like a clamp by tightening a strap around the handle. I've even used them kind of like a small anvil. And you can use them to pry with. Now, what you can do with these tools depend more on your creativity and how daring you are. The more you do with these things, the more you can accomplish with them. It's just important to remember what you're trying to accomplish and be sure that you're not doing unwanted damage. Well, thanks for watching and good luck.